hope you're all okay. So this class today is a little bit more dynamic, as in a little bit more challenging for you. So please be mindful if you've got any issues in your neck, keep your head down or keep your head on a block supported. If you've got any back issues, maybe put something underneath the back, a soft cushion or a rolled up towel or a flat towel folded up. And we will start with some standing footwork and some other bits and pieces standing, and then we'll come down onto the mat. Okay, so if you can come up to stand at the front edge of your mat for me and bring your feet and knees hip width apart. Just raise the heels up and then drop them down. Now when you're raising up, have a look at your feet to see what you're doing. A lot of the time we don't realise that when we lift up we tend to roll onto the little toes, so it's sort of like this. Okay, and then we lift the arches too high. Notice I'm only lifting 1 or 2 inches up off the floor. Now as you lift up, think about trying to go up rather than forwards. Okay, so straight up towards the ceiling and down. Your arms are relaxed or hands on the hips. Okay, and then we're going to running. 1 heel up, 1 heel down. So we'll just start slowly, smoothing through the feet. And let's raise both heels. And then go into running. 1 each leg, both heels. 1 each leg. And then we stay with running, but let's go a little bit faster now. 1 down, 1 up. You see my knees pointing forwards and still trying to lengthen through the top of the skull. Okay, and then drop both heels down. Rock back and forth, toes to heels. And we'll do that 3 more times. So we can find a balanced position where we can feel the weight is distributed quite evenly. So just find that center position so you haven't got too much weight through your heels or too much weight through your toes. Let the arms relax. Raise them up towards the ceiling and circle them out to the side as you blow. Lift again, in breath. So when I lift my arms, I'm just making sure those front ribs aren't coming up and forwards too far. Okay, just finding the stretch in the shoulders. Now take it back the other way. Arms out, up, forwards and down. Mobilising your shoulder joints. Let's do that 1 more time. So arms go up. Now this time I want you to take your arms forwards. Now if you've got any back issues here, can you put your hands on your thighs and bend your knees and slide forwards? And then tuck the bottom under, slide it back up to stand. Lift the arms up. So if you're able to, bring the arms forwards, flex the body forwards. Allow the tailbone and the sit bones to lift up to the ceiling. Breathing in, move from the tailbone, so keep your hips slightly forwards. Think about your tailbone and your sit bones rolling towards the back of the legs. Feel the glutes and the hamstrings as you come back up to stand. Breathe in. Dropping the head and shoulders forwards. Feel the front ribs moving back. The weight of the legs is even. Breathe in, hold. Again, modify by bending the knees if you need to. Roll it back up to stand in breath. This time we're going all the way down to the floor. Or you can either do it in the modified version, which is bent knees. Extend the left leg, bring it back in. Extend the right leg, bring it back in. Or straighten both legs, hold the plank position for a few seconds, rotate the elbows so the arms are faced forwards, not this way, and then bring the knees down, tuck the toes under, walk the hands back, roll through, stand all the way back up. Arms up. Now we go into rotation to the left, arms up, into rotation to the right, arms up, forwards we go. Bend the knees if you need to modify it, walk those hands away, come down onto the knees, stretch the arms forwards into your plank position, hold, in breath, rotate those elbows, lift the chest away from the floor so we're not hanging here, hold, 2 more breaths. So either bend the knees and modify it or walk the hands back towards the legs, Walk your feet in slightly, roll back up to stand. Bring the arms up, open out to the left, lift the arms up, open out to the right, arms up. We're going forwards and down, bending the knees or straight legs, arms walk away into your plank position. Elbows rotating, hips are level with your shoulders, your bottom's not up in the air. This could hurt your back, so just keep everything controlled. Bend the knees, relax the feet, lie on your back if you have knee issues, or come down and stretch out for me here. Hold that for a few breaths. In breath, out breath. Good. Now, can you bring yourself up to sit? I'm just going to move my mat round so you can see me a little bit better. Side on. Okay, and if you can come and sit on the front edge of your mat for roll back. Don't confuse it with rolling like a ball. Okay, so roll back. So feet are on the front edge of the mat. We're going to keep the hands underneath the thighs to begin with. Tailbone rolls under, legs feel like they're reaching away. Drop the legs into the hands, pull up, widen the elbows, lift the chest. So either stay with this, so this is your easier level. Second level, roll back with the arms out straight. If you want to have hand weights in the hands, you could do that. In breath, roll back. Coming back up, remember to pull these ribs down towards the belly button. So these ribs here are moving backwards and under. And now this time we hold it here. So keep the hands underneath the thighs and keep going with that if you need to. So hold and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and hold. Go down a bit lower. Pulse again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let these hip flexors and quads go. Hold it. Go lower still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and hold. Roll all the way down. Arms to the side. Walk the feet in slowly. Okay, so from there we're going into your bridge position. Arms are relaxed, breathe in, tip the pelvis, reach out the knees and hold. And roll down through the back of the spine. Lengthen the tailbone. Make sure those feet and knees are hip width apart. And lift again. Can you see I'm reaching my knees towards my second toes. Engaging through the back of the legs. Find the back of the ribs. And then come back down. Give me 3 more like that. Press into the feet. Reach out the knees. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out. And roll back down. Now this time I want you to come up, hold, lift the heels, lower the heels, lift the toes, lower the toes, keep going, rocking. And what tends to happen is your feet start to move away from you. So if they start moving out too far, just shuffle them back in and keep repeating. Heels up and down, toes up and down, heels up and down. Keep those glutes engaged. So if your pelvis is starting to drop, bring it back up. Now make sure you still haven't got that head block underneath you. So if you have, you've shifted that away. Now we're going to move one heel up, toes up on the other foot, and down, and change, and down. In. Creep those feet back in if they're starting to move away. Good. Okay, now we're rolling back down. Now, just check those feet aren't too far away, bring them back in. Let's go back into your bridge and hold it here. All the weight into your right leg, so I can feel the glutes and hamstrings. Without letting the hip drop onto that left side, we're going to bring the left leg up to 90 degrees. Put it back down. Same leg again, 3 times this side. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, place it down, level up the pelvis just in case it has dropped. Right leg up for 3. Down, 2, down, 3, hold it here, alternates, 1, going for 6, 2, keep those hips up, 3, pelvis level, 4, 5, last one, Place the feet back down, roll all the way down and draw the knees into the chest. Okay, let's take a little rock, side to side. How are we all doing? You all okay? Right, so place your feet down, ankles and knees together, arms wide. Legs go to the left, legs go to the right. Just give the back a little stretch out. Now, separate the feet and knees wider. We're going to roll the knees over to the left. Let the knee on the right hand side, inside of the leg, just flop to the floor. Look to the right. Now start to bring your rib cage back, the pelvis and the leg. Let the right leg flop out to the right. Let the left one flop inwards towards the floor and look to your left. Okay, and roll the rib cage back to bring the pelvis and the legs back. Let the knees drop both to the left, look to your right. And up and over to the right. We'll do that 2 more times. So hold it, breathe in. And back to center. And bring the legs back into center. Right, we're going to need your block underneath your head or your cushion now. And let's lie on your left hand side. Now we're going to move straight into book opening. So we're just going to let the body loosen up a little bit before we start doing the main exercises. So I want the feet and the knees together, the head resting on your cushion or your block. Now this version, I'm just going to get you to push your block back because you don't want to, when you go back, let your head just drop off the back, okay? So waist is slightly lifted. Bring the right hand, slide it up. Can you feel how your body's wanting to rotate? So slide the hand up, slide it forwards. Okay, bring it back. I'm starting to allow my head to rock. Looking forwards, looking back. Now reach your arm and up you go. Now rotate your rib cage to take the arm back. Now just be careful you're not pushing those front ribs outwards. Drop those front ribs into the back ribs, reach the arm. Bring it back in as you breathe in. Arm goes up. Breathe out, open. Press the thighs down and then the left side down into the floor. Bring it back in. Up and open, blow. Bring it back in. So if you wanted to, you could now put it on pause. Those of you that come to the classes, you could then take it into your arm circles. That's totally up to you. Okay, keep going for 2 more. Open. Excellent. Close. Last one. Open. And close. Now we stay here with bent knees. So you're going to bring them up a little bit more. Flex the feet and have the hand on the hip. Now your right leg is going to go up and bring it back down. So what I don't want to see is you're rotating the body. So keep the shoulders stacked. Okay, so your right shoulder stays over the top of the left. Out breath, the knee goes up. Slightly turning the knee outwards as you lift. 2 more. Last one. Okay, now hover the knee. Now press your heel towards the wall furthest away from you. Okay, now keep pressing it and feel the waist lift up to underneath you. Now keep the waist up, bend the knee back in, just to hip height, and press it away. Now as I'm pressing away, I'm trying to feel the glutes and the hamstrings and the back of my leg working. So that the extensors of your hip, they're the ones that engage to pull the leg straight. The front ones are your hip flexors here and your quads. Okay, so we want to use those to bring the leg in, and then the back of the leg you use the glutes and hamstrings to press back. Okay, so we go out, bring it forwards, bring it up, down, back, bend the knee in. Push it back, straight leg, keep the waist up, swing the straight leg forwards, lift it up, down, straight leg comes back in, bend the knee. So straighten the leg, come forwards, up, straight leg swings back, bend the knee, this is your last one, straighten, keep it long, leg comes forwards, hold and pulse, tap down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, hold the 10th. Now lift and push the leg back, circle 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to go the other way, 1, should be feeling your glutes, 2, 3, ow, last one, and bend the knee back in, well done, give it a little pat. Right, so we've got to repeat that on the other side, so hand on the floor, push yourself up, move your block to the other side, or turn over. Okay, so we go into the book openings first, sliding the arm back and forth, so head down. Okay, just get yourself comfortable, place the left hand on the right hand, slide it forwards. Start to rock the body slightly, looking back. Checking the block is in the right place, so shift it back slightly, or your cushion if you're not supported with your head. The head and the neck should stay relaxed. Okay, and the next one we're going to push it forwards, lift the left arm up and open out. Bring it back in. So just be mindful that when I lift my arm up, I'm thinking about pressing my legs down to the right hand side as my arm goes to the left hand side. And blow. And blow. So we'll do one more of these. And we'll come back, place a hand on the hip, knees up a bit higher, feet are flexed. Okay, back is in neutral, so we're not tucking the pelvis under, we're thinking about opening out the sit bones. So lift up the waist, push the hand onto the hip, lift the left knee. So we raise up for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I hope you're impressed with my counting, 7, 9, 10. Bring it down. Now we stretch it out, reach, keep lengthening, bend the knee back up and push it away, lengthen and bring it back up. So remember, every time I press that leg back with my heel, I want to feel the crease underneath my bottom, bringing the leg back. So then I know that I've engaged the right muscles. Okay, stretch the leg out, swing it forwards, bring it back, bend it in. Stretch, heel reaches away. Keep reaching the heel as you swing your leg forwards, back, bend the knee in. Now we're adding on. So you push the heel away, straight leg goes forwards, lift it up, lower it down, straighten the leg, bend it back in. Push it away, kick it forwards, lift it up, bring it down, bring it back, bend it in. Press, forwards, lift, lower, back, bend it in. This is your last one, straight leg, kick it forwards, hold and pulse for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, hold the 10th, bring it back, lengthen, 5 circles, 1, 2, 3, think of the front ribs into back ribs, so we're keeping our neutral position, last one and circle back, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, straight leg, bend it back in, give yourself a little tap. Well done. Right, so we're going to sit up, placing the hand in front of you, push yourself up to sit, and then take that block out to the back. I'm going to lie on your back with straight legs. I'm going to shift around this way, okay? Let's see a little bit better. Right, so straighten the legs. Okay, comfortable. Right, bring the arms up to the ceiling, and I'm just checking those back ribs underneath me as I lift my arms up and drop them back, and not lifting away from the mat. Lift your arms back up towards the ceiling and bring them forwards. In breath, lift. Out breath, back. So reduce the range of movement if you have any shoulder issues, maybe just go to about here and then back down. Okay, now we're adding on as we flex up and forwards, we draw the rib cage down. Straight arms hold, arms go up, lower the head and shoulders back down as you breathe in. If you want a little bit more protection from your neck, can you keep your head down and don't move your head up and down? Okay, but so do this instead with the arms. All right, so from there, bring the arms up to the ceiling, flex forwards if you haven't got any neck pain, hold and pulse for the 100. We're going to point the toes, breathing in, pulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. Now, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Energy out through the legs, front ribs down into the back ribs. Keep pumping those arms. Remember to keep your head down and just pump those arms with straight legs if you've got any neck pain. Okay, hold it here. Now bring your left leg up and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 5 and in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. Bring the left leg out. Bring the right leg up and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it there. Stretch your right leg out. Lower the head and shoulders back and hug the knees in towards the chest. Now rock the back side to side. Bring yourself with your feet onto the floor and roll yourself over to the left hand side. Now we're going to roll like a ball. So you can modify this slightly if you need to. Okay, so if you're going to modify it, this is what you're going to do. So if you're not going to roll back and forth. So if you've got any back issues, osteoporosis, that sort of thing, you might not want to do that. Okay, so this is what you're going to do, modify, tipping back and forth, just a small movement. Okay, so rolling like a ball, we just bring the feet slightly closer, we hold the front of the ankles, you just around the back, slide the feet up and just hold your balance position. So I'm thinking about my belly button at the front. Okay, and as I think about the belly button, I'm drawing my belly button towards the back spine, opening out through the shoulder blades at the back. So remember with this one, as you breathe in, you come back. As you breathe out through the mouth, you come back up. Otherwise, it might go somewhere else. Okay, so it's in breath to roll back onto the shoulders, out breath to come back. In breath onto the shoulders, out breath to come back. Keep your chin and your neck forwards. So you're only going onto the shoulders, not onto the neck or the head. If you're tending to flick those feet up in the air, control it by holding the front of the legs. That will stop you doing that, okay? Or you could put a ball underneath the back of the legs. Okay, in breath, out breath. 2 more. Last one, and come back up. Now stretch your left leg out along the floor, hold the front of the right leg and roll yourself ready for single leg stretch. Head down, neck down if you've got any issues in the neck. Okay, so curl up nice and high. Then we're going to change over for 3 only. So it's out 1, 2, 3 and hold, come up higher. Do it again. 1, 2, 3 and hold, come back down. Out again. 1, 2, 3 and hold, come up. Hold again. 1, 2, 3 and hold and down. Obviously you're not going to be doing this if you've got your head down. So you're just going to keep going with the legs like this. Hold it, come up, and 3, 2, 1. Lower down, hug the knees in, rock it out side to side. Feet down on the floor. Let's modify the double leg stretch. Okay, arms back, circle round. In breath, out breath. So now as you scoop up and forwards, we raise the legs up to 90 degrees. Okay, I'm just going to keep my legs bent today. Arms up, circle around, or head down, legs up. Remember, there's lots of variations on double leg stretch. If you want to take it to the next level, legs go out, legs come in. But do not do this level if you have any back issues, please. Okay, you're only going to hurt yourself. You could put a block underneath your head. Let's go the other way. So again, just going through the modifications. Feet down or 90 degrees with the legs, or legs out, arms back. In breath, out breath. In breath, out breath. I like to squeeze my inner thighs slightly together because it makes me use my abs a bit more. 2 more. In, out, and draw the knees back in. Rock side to side. Right, we're going to put the feet down, one at a time, and place the hands around the back of the skull. So, we're going to be doing some rotations, crisscrosses. You could use the option of using the ball if you wanted to. If you've got any neck issues, can you just keep your head down and just roll the head gently from one side to the elbow, pushing the elbow up towards the ceiling. Okay, and then thinking about bringing your collarbone to the opposite side of your pelvis. Okay, or you could bring the leg up and down if you're not lifting your head and your shoulders. Okay, so let's curl up to your chest lift. Now I'm going to bring my right leg up. I'm going to bring my right collarbone towards my left side of my pelvis. So I'm lifting my back right shoulder up and then come back down. And then do the other side. Right leg up, breathe out. Bring it back down with control. Right collarbone to left side of the pelvis. Bring it back down. So we're not trying to bring your elbow towards the leg. You're trying to bring your shoulder towards the hip. Okay, if you want to make it harder, you can have both legs up. And you can add your rotation. In breath. Out breath, keep reaching long. I'm feeling the glutes and the hamstrings working. Front ribs are pressing down into the back ribs. Give me 4 more. In, out, lower level if you need to. Last one. And place the feet back down one at a time. Well done. Good. Right, so we're going to go into scissors. So when we move into scissors, so you can just have a little stretch for a minute, sorry. Sort my hair out because I'm getting quite hot. Right, so scissors. We bring one leg up, we hold the back of the leg. We then extend the left leg out. Can you see it's not touching the floor? Extend the right leg as much as you can. So this is the version if you're keeping your head down, you scissor your legs. Okay, I'm trying to straighten the left leg as much as I can. I don't want to do it with the bent leg. Okay. So scissor or curl up, hold the leg, really scoop out with the belly, so I'm dropping those front ribs into the back ribs, scissor in breath, scissor out breath, in breath, out breath, adding in some flexion through the feet. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold this one here, and if you need to rest that right leg down, you can. Okay, it's a little bit harder with your right leg up off the floor. I'm going to put it down for a moment, put the hands around the back of the head, lower down, so we curl up towards the left leg and down. So you can do this with a bent knee if you want to. Repeat again, 3 more. Right leg off the floor is harder. Last one. scissor and change. Right leg bent, left leg down if you want to. Okay, or right leg up and left leg up. Give me 4 more. Up, down, 2, 3, 4, and lower everything. Give yourself a long stretch, arms and legs reaching out. Whew. Hope you're all okay. Quite hard work those ones. Right, so we're going to roll to the side and up to sit for spine stretch. So first of all, you stretch your legs out wide, okay, and then we're going to stretch your adductors. So walk your hands forwards, let the head drop down, and breathe here, and then just see if you can just bring your elbows downwards. I know you're probably laughing, some of you now, you've got to be kidding. Or you could put a cushion or a block underneath there. Okay, just opening up those inner thighs. All right, now scoop the legs back in. I'm going to sit back to side. Okay, we'll start with a modified version with your feet wide, knees bent. Arms out in front of you and just flex forwards. So I'm bringing my ears level with my arms. I don't want my head dropping down or the hands dropping down. Okay, so lengthen out, breathing in, and then drawing the front ribs back up towards the ceiling. So I'm thinking about, as I come forwards, the front breastbone dropping to the floor, and then come back up to sit. And reaching out. Back up to sit. So those you got nice long hamstrings, lengthen the legs out. So I'm imagining I've got a wall behind me. So every time I come back in, I'm trying to put every part of my spine up against the wall. 2 more. Good, well done. Now bring yourself up to sit. Okay, put your hands behind you. Ideally in this position, walk the legs back in. Okay, modified version I'll show you first. You can have your arms out to the side, tuck the bottom under, lift the hips, reach out through the knees, lift the pelvic bones, either side of your pelvis. See, it isn't easy. Lift the hips up, dive your bottom back down. And again, lift the hips up, dive your bottom down. If this hurts your shoulder, you can just modify it by just softening, just lifting up and down, so you're not pulling and stretching too much in the shoulder, okay? So the full version of this is straight legs. I prefer to do it with my feet flexed, because if I point my toes, which is actually the traditional way to do it, I hypermobile in my knees, so it hurts the back of my knees. So I prefer to do it flex feet. Hands wherever you feel comfortable, chest up. I'm going to bring my hands in this position, push down into the heels, tuck the pelvis, lift the pelvic bones up towards the ceiling. Can you see this is a plank position? Open the chest more. Now dive your bottom back down and relax. Breathe in, press the ground away with your hands and your heels, tuck the pelvis, lift the hips, hold it here, breathe in, dive the bottom back down. So carry on with that, or do the bent knee version, or the modified version, which is arms in a little closer and not lifting the hips very high. Okay, hold it here, weight into the right heel, left leg up, and then keep pelvis level, right leg up, lower down, lower the pelvis. Put your feet onto the floor, bring your arms underneath the thighs, sit nice and tall, arms out wide. Let's go into your spine rotation. Rotate to the right, come back to centre, to the left. Now what you want to feel is you're holding a bar in your hands and across your shoulders. So what we don't want is the arm to fling across the front of the chest. I shouldn't actually see my arm on the right hand side as I go left, and I shouldn't see my left arm as I go right. So if you can see it, you brought your arm too far forwards. Okay, now let's go into your modified version of the source, which is arm out around to the left leg, rotate and drop the middle of your chest towards your right knee. Come back up, arms are straight, twist to the left, right hand holds the outside of the left leg, and I'm pressing my knee and my hand towards each other. as I bring the middle of my chest towards the knee, reaching out long through the left arm behind me. Okay, so we go across for the full saw, across, little finger trying to saw the little toe off. That's why it's called the saw, if you didn't know. Okay, across and reach, sit tall, twist, other side, across, reach, sit tall, across, last one, up, center, now to the right hand side, turn, excuse my back to you, lift the left arm over, bend the right elbow in to your rib cage and bring it back. Okay, stretching out. Now put your hand in front of you, feet together, knees together, and as you swing your left arm overhead, I'm lifting the hips up towards the ceiling, and then bring it back down. And again, push through the hand. I'm engaging the muscles underneath my arm here to hold me up here. So I don't want the shoulder up by my ears. Okay, and down. One more, up, hold, bring it down slowly, flip the legs to the left hand side, straight arm, legs on top of each other, and we stretch out first. Okay, and then we go over. And other side. I'm not sure if I did that on the other side, so apologies, you might want to do this first. Okay, left hand down shows how, right, so let's go to your side bend. So hips go up, open the rib cage, bring it down, up, over, bring it down, lift, up, over, bring it down. Well done. Now come onto your hands and knees. Okay, and come up. If you're a problem with your knees, remember to do this just up against the wall, straight leg, and then stretch out your front of your leg in a different way for me. I can show you that if you wish. So, right, so come back onto the mat. Bring your right leg forwards. Bend your front right leg. Hands down onto the floor, tuck the toes under on the back leg, then push the hips forwards. Place your right hand on the front of your right leg and then bring yourself up so both hands are on the front of your right thigh. Lift your breastbone up and forwards. If you want more of a stretch, lift the left arm and push the hip forwards. And more. Keeping the front ribs to back ribs. Take the hand down onto the thigh. Straighten the right leg. Put your hands down. Swing the right leg down. Come back up onto the knees. So the other version would be to stretch out the hip flexors, would be to lie on your back. So push that knee forwards, tuck the toes under, hands down. Okay, hips are forwards. Lying on your back and bring one knee into the chest and stretch the other leg away if you want to modify that by not being on your knees. Hands on the thighs. Push the hips forwards, front ribs into back ribs. So not pushing the ribs out to the front. The stretch is through the front of the pelvis. So into the hip flexors and to the quads. Right arm up. Push the left hand into the right leg a little bit more. Lift the chest. Deep breath in. Bring the arm down. Hands on the floor. Bring that leg behind you and come and have a lie down on your back. Okay, we're just going to do into a tiny little bit of glute stretch. So we're going to bring your right leg up. Can you see I'm not on the ankle joint, I'm just slightly in from there. So I don't want to do that, otherwise you end up twisting your foot. Okay, so take the arms out wide, pull the leg in. Now reach your right hand in between the middle of the leg and the left hand on the outside of the leg and pull towards you. Link the fingers behind. Head on a block if you're straining in the neck and the shoulders. Drop the hips to the left. Back to centre. Place the left foot down and just let those legs roll over to the left, arms are wide. Okay, roll the rib cage back. Place the right foot onto the floor. Bring the left leg up and place that on the front. Okay, lift the legs up. Left hand goes in the inside of the legs, right hand on the outside of the right leg. Link the fingers, shoulders relaxed, pull the knee in. Okay, place your right foot back down to the floor, arms go wide and drop the legs over to the right, looking to your left. You can put your left foot down on the floor. Roll it back to centre, place the feet back down, and if you want to just finish with straightening the legs out, arms to the side, and just let your head gently roll from one side to the other. Hold up and relax. Okay, you're going to bend the knees, place the feet back onto the floor, roll yourself over to the left, bring yourself up to sit, and another class done. Well done, brilliant. So that might have felt harder today. If it did and you do the class again, please, modify everything, make it a little bit lower level. If you felt it in your neck, keep your head down more. And if you've got any questions, you can always email me, text me. If you're not sure about anything, I can talk you through it. Brilliant, well done. See you all soon.